M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Ready. Back 25.
Three. We got three. Three down. Three down.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Good job, baby. Good job. Good stop, D. Good stop.
Ready. Blue 80.
21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back to receive it, Deontay Thompson. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Gun.
Anywhere, man. What are you doing?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Leopard.
Check Mike 99.
From the gun, it's Allen. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4
First down for Thomas Rawls. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Not my house, baby.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Not my house.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
91 is the mic.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
All right, now,
So
Lucky
from the
56.
36
Lucky
now,
56.
first and 10.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do not take him for granted. Remember, he was in Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
I got him.
On second down, here's Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's go.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Hey,
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
4 down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Watch 17.
Undercrush.
Allen
Motion.
on the crossing route, complete. That's Foster. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens making their way out here, Charles, and a heartbreaking last-second loss to the Bengals Week 17 last year. Kept them out of the playoffs into their season at 9-7. And, you know, since winning Super Bowl 47, they've now missed the playoffs for the last 5 years.
They want to get back to doing things the Ravens way, which means toughness on both sides of the ball. So they'll want to continue to run it with Alex Collins. They added Orlando Brown in at right tackle. They want better push in front. But they have to throw the ball better as well. So they added Michael Crabtree in free agency. And the 2 tight ends, grabbed them early. Hayden Hurst out of South Carolina and Mark Andrews out of Oklahoma. Then flip it over on defense. Want to continue to flock to the football the way that they've done for so many years.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Double tight. 4 down.
Ready. Black 25. Get up. Wait.
Go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Ravens averaged exactly 4 yards per rush in 2017, and that's what they need here, 3rd and 4.
Back, 25 ready, blue 80.
Mike 21, check it out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to rifle. That's caught at the 25. A special moment for Calvin Ridley, the first touchdown catch of his NFL career, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. These Bills, Charles, broke the 17-year playoff drought under first-year head coach Sean McDermott. And while Bills fans, they reveled in their team's return to relevance, we know the NFL, it's a what have you done for me lately business. So what can we expect in 2018?
I think a continuation of what head coach Sean McDermott started last year, creating the new culture for the Bills, upgrading their defense. But the big thing, they need more plays from the quarterback position that are downfield, chunk plays to take some of the pressure off the defense. Remember, only 3.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there, 75 yards, and his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say when guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Odd on. 5.
Ready, blue 80.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's go.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Move.
Hey, Sal,
Three down, three.
Blue 80, sit down, hut.
Motion, 89.
Gun. Gun.
You go tight. You got.
Back 25.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Get him, boys. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Ready. Back 25.
Three down.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All day, baby.
Let's go.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flush to his right, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
On. 5 down.
Look at this. It's a carry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Blitz.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Run.
Let's go.
Out.
12. 7. Ready. Blue 80. Wait.
Again, this is Montgomery. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down.
Blue 80, sit down, hut. Blue 80.
Switch.
Let's go.
They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready. Wide 25.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Ready. Black 25.
4 down. Alert. Switch.
Gun.
Hey, check Mike.
20.
Check Mike 20.
Let's go.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Nickel.
Shaq Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. Because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. If people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
After the penalty, it's a goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Detroit!
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
4 down, 4 down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Gun!
Check hot route. Hot.
Gun!
Allen now looks to throw.
Watch the run.
The left side completion to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
We got double tight.
Now let's go! 3-19!
He'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Double tight.
They come out here in
No,
the eye.
check. Patriot! Gun!
He's going to get it running right. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Set! Green 39! Detroit!
All right, D, let's start. All right, D.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
21! Hey, express! Ready! Black 25!
Second and 10 now. Ryan.
I don't even know why this team.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
21!
you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
You don't want no problems with me.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Bills. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Detroit! Detroit!
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we've reached halftime here on Open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off
21.
later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shaq Lawson getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
3 down.
Ready? Blue 80. Here we go.
Here's Ryan. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
51's a mic.
Hey, express. Wide, 25 side.
Third and long, it's Ryan.
Let's bring it.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Come on now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Give him 10 yards there, and
Check,
about
go
by
get
the
him, go get
nose
him,
of the
go get him.
football, he's going to have
check.
a first
Patriot,
down.
Patriot.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15.
Leopard,
A very nice
Leopard.
pickup of 33
Back in that
yards.
Philly. Here we
The
go.
last drive he threw the pick,
Watch him
but
now, Barney,
he's not
Barney.
shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception,
Detroit!
your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for our defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second
Gone,
down.
gone. Gone.
Right. Strong right. Strong right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Stand up in.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. This give is to McCoy. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal
Leopard!
pickup.
Leopard!
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and
Back in
goal.
that Philly. Here we
2
go.
straight shots on the
All right,
ground.
now,
Now
lucky
on
56.
3rd, do you
Lucky
go to the
56.
air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think this.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Chris Ivory with his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Get up.
Two tights.
22.
We got 3.
Wide. 25.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
53. Mike.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4
We're
down.
into the
Let's go.
second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is fielded at the 7. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left. Hey.
Gun!
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down.
Trip the ball.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 127 in his great career. Moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
91 is the mic. Mike now.
Gun!
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Watch him now, Barney.
Check 31. Check.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now in Baltimore. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Tight on the right.
They give to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Allen. And he'll jack this one down to McCoy. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on, baby. Let's get this.
Detroit!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Tight end right.
Gun. Ready.
On 1st down, Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Tuesday.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
20.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Hot.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Check safety.
21.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Oh, Eddie, sit on that. Gun.
All day, be over.
Ready to go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Open man has got one. It's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's
Hey,
first and 10.
3 down, 3
21.
Check. 3 down.
Ready, set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Look out. Wait. Gun.
26, Mike.
11. Ready, set.
On second down, Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
26, Mike.
Hey, express. Gun.
Long day for you.
12.
26, Mike.
To throw on third down, Ryan.
Pick your game up.
He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 59 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Hey, Tuesday. 125, sit on. Ready to go.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Forced out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Blue 80.
Again on second and 10, it's Ryan.
Yo.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground with McCord. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. Now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
Lucky 56.
Now Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Gun.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Tuesday. 125, sit on. Gun.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Shaq Lawson Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. Blue 80. Space. 25 side. Hey, wait.
Hey, come on, O. Come on, O.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Strong right. Strong right.
Gun.
3 down.
54 south.
Check 3.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Calvin Ridley making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown of his NFL debut. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. A gain of 39 that time.
Detroit! Gun!
So Allen's going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. That's strong running. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
All day.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it? It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Here's Ryan.
I hope you want your rest because I'm about to take you to school.
He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Pin the mirrors. Go! 54, south.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Throwing now is Ryan. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
White 25! White 25 tonight!
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Brian looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked on the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Whatever you do, don't let 89 go.
Blue 80, black 25, 11.
Single. single.
Wide, 25 cent on.
Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance,
20.
and have a chance to affect the pass.
Four down, four down.
Let's go!
Now Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep down. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just want to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Single receiver.
Set! Blue 90!
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
All right, yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's going to launch, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.